membership today. The Microsoft Cloud allows us to access information from anywhere.
The Microsoft Cloud allows us to scale up.
Microsoft Cloud changes our world dramatically.
It wasn't too long ago, it would take 2 weeks to sequence and analyze a genome. Now, we can do 100 per day.
With the Microsoft Cloud, we don't have to build server rooms. We have instant scale.
The Microsoft Cloud is helping us to rebuild and reinterpret our business.
This cloud helps transform business. This is the Microsoft Cloud.
Welcome back to Alex Box Stadium, where at every home game, the LSU Tigers honor a member of the military. This is Sean Rushing from Denham Springs, Louisiana, Petty Officer Second Class in the U.S. Navy, and currently a sophomore at LSU, majoring in mechanical engineering. That tradition has been going on for several years now, Ben, and it's much appreciated.
Love that. Our servicemen and women can't get enough attention. And he's a student here at LSU.
Yes, he is, a sophomore in mechanical engineering.
Nice.
Unfortunately, our servicemen and women don't get enough attention after they leave the service.
Exactly. I agree.
A strike to Kyle Motice. Devin Wenzel and Connor McVeigh will follow. We're in the third. And this is the debut of John Valek, and that was a very, very tantalizing slow breaking ball.
Yep. One of the first breaking. Mostly been Valek's been fastball, changeup, fast, but now we're starting, second time through the lineup, starting to show him something a little bit different. There's another breaking ball.
Bryce Jordan makes the play himself at first base.
And that's kind of been the history with Alan Dunn and a lot of good pitching coaches across the country. If they can go through the first time in the lineup and save a bullet, in other words, if they can save something and not show the hitters, and then the second time through the lineup, maybe I show you, keep going with fastball, changeup, but now here comes my breaking ball. So it's always nice. If you go through the lineup the first time, you got to show a hitter everything you got the first time. The next time he comes to the plate, he's got a big advantage on you because he knows the velocity, how your ball moves. Maybe he's already seen your breaking ball and your changeup. Gets really tougher and tougher to get him out.
Devin Wenzel reached on Cole Freeman's error back in the first inning, and he waves weakly at that one. That one took a little dive away from him as it got to the plate.
That's that circle change that Valek has, and he's been really good with that. Kind of starts it on the outside corner and turns it over, runs it down and away from the right-handers. Fastball's been just about what we expected, 85, 86. I've seen one at 87, but he's pretty much what we thought, mid-80s type fastball with a changeup and breaking ball.
You just don't want to say Reagan era, do you?
I can't say it.
LSU got a run in the first without a base hit on 4 consecutive walks with 2 outs. This will be another chance for Fraley. Two gone in the top of the third. Here's Connor McVeigh. He banged a double and drove in a run in the first. This will be out of reach in the right field bleachers. Two outs, the bases are clean. We play in the top of the third. LSU on Wednesday will play at 6 o'clock in Beaumont, Texas against Lamar. And then next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, Sacramento State comes into Alex Box Stadium. It's a 7 o'clock start on Friday, 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon, and 1 o'clock Sunday afternoon, all Central Time. And all 3 of next weekend's game against Sacramento State will be Available right here on the SEC Network. We hope you'll join us for that. The 0-2 pitch, steered way wide. O'Neal Lockridge throws it high, and Bryce Jordan on the swing tag lost the ball. So we'll see what that's ruled. Probably a throwing error on the third baseman. That was a routine ground ball. He had plenty of time, but the throw is unloaded upstairs, and that is a throwing error on O'Neal Lockridge.
Yeah, Bryce Jordan had it for a second, made a great play, jumps up and moves the glove over and tags McVay, but on that tag, ball popped out. And you're right, that's as routine a ground ball and throw as it gets.
This is Lockridge's first start at third base.
The game is just sped up. These guys have had lots of reps and inter squads and VP and all that kind of stuff, but when it gets to a ball game, the game just speeds up a notch.
Runner breaks, and the throw by Romero is a strong one, but it's on the third base side, and Connor McVay swipes the base.
Yeah,
again, he got a really good advantage from first.
Cincinnati's figured out something with John Valek's move from home to first base, and they're getting some really, really good jumps. And Romero, you mentioned it, strong arm, gets the ball down there really good. But when a base runner gets that kind of jump on the pitcher, it's almost impossible for the catcher to throw him out.
Here's pitch number 50 from Valek. 60% of them have been strikes.
Well, listen, when you're a pitcher, Valek, I mean, the guy's going to make some errors behind you occasionally, but you got to be able to pick them up, just like they'll pick you up certain times when somebody hits a laser and somebody will make a great play for you. So this is a good opportunity for Valek. Although he should be sitting in the dugout, should be 3 outs. There's a runner in scoring position. He's got to find a way to get an out to get LSU back in that dugout.
Ryan Noda hit a ball well last time in the first inning. As he sent Fraley deep in center field, it was a sacrifice fly. 2 runs, 2 hits for Cincinnati. 1 run, no hits, and a couple of errors for LSU. Cincinnati's football coach is the former Auburn and SEC coach Tommy Tuberville. There's a good curveball, and it takes care of Brian Noda. Strikeout number 4 for John Valek. So the 2-out error did not hurt LSU. We move to the bottom of the third. Day 3 of the college baseball season. Cincinnati 2, LSU 1 on the SEC Network. For Cincinnati, LSU doesn't have a hit, but does have a run on 4 consecutive walks in the first inning. And Ty Neal, in his 3rd year at Cincinnati, hoping his club can break a 13-game losing streak. Cincinnati dropped the last 11 games of 2015 and has not won yet in Baton Rouge. Paul Maneri, in his 10th year now as LSU head coach, he's won 417 games. He's won 3/4 of the games he's played as an LSU coach.
Oh, LSU's, since Maneri's been here, hard to believe it's his 10th year here, but LSU has been so good. You mentioned it. 54 wins last year for LSU. That led the nation, had the best winning percentage in the country last year. 204 wins over the last 4 years. That leads the nation. 387 wins over the last 8 years for LSU. That's averaging 48 wins a season the last 8 years for LSU.
Bryce Jordan goes upstairs after one and fouls it off the catcher. Woody Wallace going to try to just take a couple of deep breaths. Watch this one hit Wallace.
This is a changeup up in his own foul tipped, and that hurts. That's when you need a little bit of time as a catcher right there.
Would Benadryl help that?
No, Benadryl ain't touching that, I can promise you. Ain't nothing helping that but a little bit of time.
If you missed the Benadryl reference earlier, the University of Cincinnati is where Benadryl was discovered, or actually created first, the first antihistamine.
I think I took Benadryl one time when I got poison ivy. Does that make sense? Would that help it?
I would think so.
I throw everything at poison ivy. I'm bad. If I look at it, I get it. You know what I didn't know?
What?
And you know this because you know everything, but if you're allergic to poison ivy, even burning that stuff in a fire,
yes.
If you inhale the smoke.
My grandmother was like that.
You can get poison. Yeah, so I get poison ivy. I go to the doctor and said, listen, I hadn't been, he said, well, were you burning stuff? I said, yeah. Sure enough, when I get it bad, I got to go get one of those cortisone shots to get rid of it. That's the only way to get rid of it. Like, it gets really bad.
So exposure to the smoke from the poison ivy being burned is what did you in.
Will get you. Yes, sir.
Safe at first base. Connor McVeigh did a fine job of going nose first into the dirt. But Olaz did not get to the bag quickly enough to beat Jake Fraley. An infield hit. LSU with runners at first and second.
Well, Jake Fraley, we know, above average runner, and you're right. Just bang, bang over there. Olaz just didn't get there in time. Sometimes you take it for granted as a pitcher. You realize, you think, well, it's just a routine play. I can just kind of jog over, but not with Jake Fraley.
That was the first hit of the game for LSU. And Fraley now has 3 base hits. He's the first Tiger to get to the 3-hit mark this year. Here's Bo Jordan.
A lot of pressure on Jake Fraley this year. Again, he's the only returning starter for this LSU offense. One of the top hitting teams in the country last year. Batted .314 as a team at LSU. He's going to have to perform well offensively for LSU.
Fraley is given a huge lead at first base as Bo Jordan smacks one deep to right. It is carrying near the warning track, tracked down by Noda. The runner at second tags and scoots up to third. That's Bryce Jordan with some alert base running. As a base runner, you're kind of caught in the middle on a play like that. But Bryce Jordan, after the lead, went back and tagged at second base.
That's all a read from second base and first base if you're a base runner. Coach can't help you with this. And if you think it's a routine ball and it's going to be caught, of course you want to go back to the bag and tag if you can. But if you think it may get over his head, you want to try to get to where you can get it scored, get up and try to score from there. So that was one of those kind of in-betweeners. Bryce Jordan does a nice job once he realized that ball is going to be caught by the right fielder, Noda. Able to get back and just get into third base. LSU first and third, 1 out.
Here's Jordan Romero, who walked in the first. The Tigers have a base runner 90 feet away to tie the game, and Romero unloaded with a big swing and couldn't find it. Bryce Adams is on deck. One ball, one strike on LSU's catcher Jordan Romero, who is a petroleum engineering major. Here's the 1-1. Belted to center. Habercorn turns his back to the infield, turns back to the infield now and makes the catch. 2 or 3 feet and 2 or 3 strides in front of the warning track, and that's plenty deep enough to score Bryce Jordan. So we're brand new at 2 apiece as Jordan Romero drives in his 3rd run of the year.
Yeah, gets a ball elevated, which is what you want. With a guy at third base and less than 2 out. Jordan Romero does a nice job, lifts a routine fly ball to deep center field. Pushes across LSU's 2nd run, now 2-2.
Here's Bryce Adams. In his first role as a designated hitter this year, he walked with the bases loaded back in the 1st. He shoots one to right center. Ryan Noda, the right fielder, is there for the out. But LSU gets a run when Bryce Jordan was hit by a pitch. Jake Fraley with an infield hit, and Jordan Romero with a sacrifice fly. After 3 innings in Baton Rouge, Cincinnati 2, LSU 2.
When a rewards card is designed to sync with your life, it gets talked about. So you can live the way you live and enjoy all the rewards. Chase Sapphire Preferred, so you can.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
We're having some fun at the ballpark. It's day 3 at Alex Box Stadium, Skip Bertman Field, Cincinnati and LSU. As the opening weekend under ideal conditions continues to unfold. A Cincinnati 2, LSU 2 as we play on this Sunday afternoon. John Valek making his LSU debut. He'll work here in the 4th inning. Cincinnati reached him for a couple of unearned runs in the 1st. He allowed a base hit to Mo Tice and an RBI double to McVeigh. Since then, he has settled in. And LSU with 1 in the 1st without a base hit and 1 in the 3rd. And we move on to the 4th in a brand new ball game. Cole Freeman slings it across. Well done, and a nice stretch at first base by Bryce Jordan. Woody Wallace is retired.
Yeah, Freeman shows you good range as he ranged to his right into the hole, kind of in that 5 hole over there. And even double pumped a little bit. You'll see him right here. Pumps it once, twice, but still has enough arm to just nail Wallace at first base. And you're right, a good stretch by Bryce Jordan at first base.
Here's Vince Augustine, the designated hitter. He's first pitch swinging, as have several of these Bearcats today. Cincinnati is a school of more than 44,000 students. This curls off foul. Academically, Cincinnati known for its architecture program, for its graphic design program. In fact, the NASA logo was created by Cincinnati students. And so was the FedEx logo.
You're just full of them today, aren't you?
That beats Benadryl.
All right.
I'm holding one or two back, though. We've got a long way to go.
Fix to say now, don't run out. We're only in the top of the fourth.
All right, let me scratch off FedEx and NASA. And Benadryl. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Augustine. And he hacks that one foul out of play. That's a parking lot souvenir. You know, there's a whole subculture out in the parking lot during a game. I mean, they're youngsters, they're older folks who scramble for the foul balls, and it's really, you know, it's a different environment out there. There's a very good off-speed pitch. Augustine fans for the second time. That's number 5 for Valek.
Well, we heard about Valek's changeup. He's been able to get ahead. Of course, didn't throw that one exactly where he wanted to. Kind of left it up, but it was on the outside part of the play. But again, it's the arm speed that fools hitters, and that's what Valek does so well. There's no difference in arm slot or arm speed from his changeup to his fastball, and that's why his changeup is so effective. Doesn't give anything away, and even when it's not located properly, if you got the good arm speed with it, sometimes you can still get away with it, which was the case in that situation.
Haberkorn was hit by a pitch and stole second base back in the second. A breaking ball nips the outside corner. Haberkorn is looking for his second base hit of the series. His only hit has been a double. And he checks and commits another bender.
Yeah, the location of that was perfect. So he threw one ball, no strikes, throws a breaking ball, shows you they can throw one for a strike. Then he backs up another breaking ball just off the outside corner. Tough to lay off of, especially lefty on lefty.
Cincinnati does not have a base hit since the double that scored a run in the first by Connor McVeigh. 2 outs in the fourth. That slow curve gets Haberkorn. And 6 strikeouts in 4 innings for John Valek. A 1-2-3 frame. It's the first time Cincinnati has not had a base runner. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Cincinnati 2, LSU 2 on the SEC Network.
Straight Talk Wireless, we believe your tax refund should last all year long. Don't waste it on a pricey wireless plan. Lose the contracts, mystery fees, and overages. Switch to Straight Talk to get coverage on America's largest and most dependable 4G LTE networks for half the cost. That's right, half. Get any of the latest Samsung phones or bring your own phone. Unlimited talk, text, and data is $45 a month and nothing more. Straight Talk Wireless, only at Walmart.
Hits have been hard to come by. Cincinnati got a pair in the first, nothing since then. LSU with only 1 hit, and that was an infield safety by Jake Fraley last inning when LSU tied the game. 2 each we play in the bottom of the fourth on a warm, gray day in Baton Rouge. And A.J. Olaz has done a nice job in relief. A Cam Aldred, who got the first 2 batters as the starter and then promptly walked 4 in a row, and his day was done. Since then, it's been Olaz. The bottom third of the order, Antoine Duplantis, O'Neill Lockridge, and Cole Freeman will take their cuts in the 4th for LSU. The outfield straight away and medium depth. Motice is going to have to hurry. Duplantis is safe at first. He was speeding down the line, and that was a very difficult play for Motice.
Yeah, speed puts so much pressure on defenses, and Motice just knows he's got to quickly get rid of this ball, and because of the speed that Duplantis has, gets Motice kind of out of his comfort zone there and throws the ball wide.
The official scorer is still scratching his head, and that's going to go as an error. This brings on Lockridge. He stung one to the second baseman last time on a hop or 2. Actually, it was 1 hop. It came up off the chest of Motice, but he turned it into an out.
And he hits one deep and high to left field. Carrying. Put her up and kiss that baby goodbye. A big moment for O'Neill Lockridge. The freshman third baseman homers in his first start for LSU. Well, O'Neill Lockridge, big kid with some pop, gets a ball in the inner part of the plate, turns on it, gets those hands in it, drops the barrel on it, and see you later. Straight away left field, some 350 feet away.
So O'Neill Lockridge gives LSU its first lead, a 2-run home run into the left field bleachers. This is Cole Freeman. Lockridge, who played at St. Thomas More High School out of Lafayette, gives LSU 2 in the 4th. Safe at first base. Cole Freeman legs it out.
That's why you got to love Cole Freeman, just a gritty third baseman playing shortstop today. But we've seen this several times by him just this series. Really knows how to bunt the baseball. Good hit and run guy. And you mentioned it last time he was up third baseman for Cincinnati. Wenzel kind of playing back a little bit. Cole Freeman recognizes that, drops a perfect bunt down. Catcher Wallace couldn't get to it. Olaz gets to it, but being left-handed pitcher, you got to catch it, turn all the way around, throw the first. Freeman just too speedy. He beats it out.
So at the bottom of the order, Freeman bunts his way aboard, and we go to Kramer Robertson. He has grounded out twice. He's around to bunt. The ball gets through. Freeman is on his way to second, and he makes a big turn before retreating. The wild pitch moves Freeman to second base. The inning started when Motice could not make a play on a slow roller. He was charged with an error. O'Neill Lockridge followed with his first LSU home run, and Freeman has bunted his way to first base and moved up on a wild pitch. There is a right-hander warming up. That is David Orndorff. We've seen him in this series. And he's coming out of the bullpen right now. So Cincinnati will go to the bullpen for the second time today. A.J. Olaz had pitched well in relief until this inning, the 4th. And LSU with a 4-2 lead now. We'll be back in a moment with more on the SEC Network from Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
You're okay. He's okay. He made it.
Jason, what do you mean?
We were very bad boys.
Alexa, what's in the news?
Here's the news.
Alec Baldwin and Jason Schwartzman were seen mooning paparazzi. Baldwin grew a shoe at photographers before making a run for it.
My poor cashmere socks. Alexa, reorder another pair of Brescianis.
Reordering Bresciani socks.
Okay, listen. Can you send some lawyers or something? Alec.
David Orndorff was the losing pitcher on Friday in relief. He went a couple of innings, gave up 2 hits and a run, and he struck out 1. Last year, he started 7 games. His record was 1-2, a 6.08 ERA in 53 innings of work. So we've seen Orndorff as he comes out of the bullpen for the second time in this series.
Yeah, there's his numbers last year, 6.08 ERA. Did throw 53 innings for him. Only 17 walks. That's pretty good. 22 strikeouts. See Coach Maneri having a little conversation with Kramer Robertson about this situation. LSU, nobody out runner at second base, so he's telling Kramer, hey, we got to move that runner from second to third. Get me a ground ball to the right side, or if you got to bunt him over, let's do that.
2 runs, 2 hits for Cincinnati. That coming in the first inning. 4 runs, 3 hits for LSU. Runner is breaking. A good throw down in time. Nails Cole Freeman. That's the second time that Woody Wallace has erased a runner at third base trying to steal.
Yeah, it was Greg Dykman on Friday night. Looked like a fake bunt. I don't know if signs get crossed up here or if it's a straight steal. I can't imagine LSU going on a straight steal with nobody out in second base.
You know, that replay showed that Freeman's left arm was initially extended, and then when he made contact on the head first slide, that kind of got rolled up under him, and then he had to reach with the other arm.
Almost looks like he knew he was going to get tagged. He knew he was beat, so he was going to try to get around the backside and maybe touch it with his right hand. Didn't work out as Wallace made a really, really good throw.
I'm not so sure if he extends with his left arm right here that he doesn't beat the throw.
See him raise that arm up a little bit, trying to avoid that tag. He knew it was coming because he knew he was beat.
Robertson draws a base on balls. And that is the 5th one issued by Cincinnati pitching, but 4 of them came in the first inning consecutively. Up steps Bryce Jordan. He is fouled out to the first baseman on a heck of a play by Connor McVeigh with his back to the infield running down the right field line. And he was hit by a pitch in the 3rd and scored on a sacrifice fly from Romero. When you say hit by a pitch and Bryce Jordan, it generally comes in the same sentence, doesn't it?
Just one big bruise.
He holds the national high school record for being plunked. And the season high school record.
That's his style. That's why he wears that elbow guard there. Gets up on the plate. Crowds the plate a little bit. Even dives into the ball just a little bit.
He was hit 67 times as a high school player. 35 of those came in 1 year. Can you imagine that?
No, I mean, as a high schooler, you don't get many at-bats as it is. I mean, you play 30 games. Maybe you get 90, maybe 100 at-bats in a season to get that. I mean, it's getting hit every third, pretty much once a game. That's the average.
Well, of course, he had the advantage of playing well into the playoffs at Barb High School, multi-time state champion in 5A. There's a throw back to first base, but not in time as Bryce Jordan flies out to Ryan Noda. It's the 2nd out of the inning, and it brings on Jake Fraley. Fraley has walked and reached on an infield hit on a slow dribbler to the right side. He laces the first one over the right field bleachers. In foul ground. One in the first for LSU, one in the third, and two in the fourth on the home run by O'Neal Lockridge. Robertson has a big lead. He's off. It's a pitch out. The throw is right there again. Woody Wallace guns down Kramer Robertson, and Cincinnati had it figured out that time. But it was a big swing by O'Neal Lockridge, who gave LSU two more in the fourth. This is the freshman's first home run as an LSU Tiger. 4-2 LSU.
So let us see it. Let us see it. Whoa. Wow.
It's regal.
Oh, man, that's gorgeous, man.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I guess I should get back to work. All right.
Tacky.
Was that even real?
Too much.
What does he think?
Yeah.
You're okay. He's okay. He made it.
Jason, what do you mean?
We were very bad boys.
Alexa, what's in the news?
Here's the news.
Alec Baldwin and Jason Schwartzman were seen mooning paparazzi. Baldwin grew a shoe at photographers before making a run for it.
My poor cashmere socks. Alexa, reorder another pair of Brescianis.
Reordering Bresciani socks.
Okay, listen. Can you send some lawyers or something? Alec.
Yes, all points explode when the story was told. I dream about the cheddar, ice chiseled and gold.
Roasted, 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 slicing. New hand-carved roasted sirloin. Perfectly paired, perfectly served, and starting at just $10.99, it's dinner time at Outback.
This is one of the best places in Baton Rouge to be if you're a youngster. Look at those kids down the left field line. Give me a ball, mister. Throw me something, mister. It's Mardi Gras every day at the ballpark, isn't it?
It is here. This weather, we mentioned it yesterday, probably the best opening day weather we've had in a long time. Certainly I can remember for a 3-game set. Temperatures have been anywhere from 74 to 80 degrees for all 3 games.
Manny Rodriguez's first pitch swinging. Many of the Bearcats have done that, and he sends one deep to center field, but Fraley has plenty of room. Fraley has been busy in this series. That's his third catch today. I think he's had 3 or 4 catches in every game.
Of course, Fraley makes the transition from left field, where he played his first 2 years here at LSU, over to center field for this year.
Valek has thrown 14 of 18 first pitch strikes, and there's another one. 15 of 19 now.
Well, he's really settled in. I mean, the first inning, maybe some jitters. First start at LSU. Control, command wasn't quite there. Did make an error behind him, but since then he's mixed his pitch as well.
Lockridge throws it chest high over to first base for out number 2. So R.J. Thompson is retired, and it brings on Kyle Motice. That's 5 in a row, retired by Valek since the error on the throw by Lockridge. And he'd be working on a nice little streak had it not been for that error. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 would be the streak if not for the throwing error. As it is, it's a 1-2-3 inning, as Kyle Motice sends one out to Jake Fraley, and it's a 4-pitch inning for John Valek, so he quickly puts his team back in the dugout. We move on with LSU leading Cincinnati 4-2.
Introducing Sports in Pocket from ESPN. Now watch live sports on your very own TV that fits right in your pocket. Download the ESPN app now and turn your pocket into something special. Please do not use Sports in Pocket underwater.
5 Hour Energy presents Why Are You So Tired? The after-lunch food coma. We've all been there. You had planned on ordering the salad, but the pasta and fries looked so good. Now you're trying to find a place to catch a few Z's without the boss catching you. Next time, grab a great-tasting 5 Hour Energy shot. It'll help you stay alert and productive no matter what's on the menu. Now is the time for 5 Hour Energy.
Yeah.
You're okay. He's okay. He made it.
Jason, what do you mean?
We were very bad boys.
Alexa, what's in the news?
Here's the news.
Alec Baldwin and Jason Schwartzman were seen mooning paparazzi. Baldwin grew a shoe at photographers before making a run for it.
My poor cashmere socks. Alexa, reorder another pair of Brescianis.
Reordering Bresciani socks.
Okay, listen. Can you send some lawyers or something? Alec.
There are a lot of fresh faces in that LSU dugout this year. The Tigers looking for their third consecutive win in this series against Cincinnati. And right now lead at 4-2. The big blow in the game, a 2-run home run by the rookie third baseman, O'Neill Lockridge, in the fourth. With Ben McDonald, a member of the College Baseball Hall of Fame, I'm Lynn Rollins. We are very delighted that you're with us wherever you may be all over the planet, enjoying LSU baseball. Jake Fraley and Bo Jordan and Jordan Romero will bat here in the fifth against the reliever David Orndorff. Ball one. Fraley has walked and had that infield hit in the third. He was left at the plate when Kramer Robertson was thrown out stealing second base by Woody Wallace. Fraley lobs one into the right field corner, and that is down past the diving Ryan Noda. Fraley on his way to third, and he makes it without a throw. It's the second triple of the season for Jake Fraley. And once Ryan Noda left his feet and couldn't grab it, the race was on.
Yeah, real similar to the ball he hit yesterday in the first inning. Not quite as deep, but dives. Those Noda, and you mentioned it, Lynn. Once it bounced past Noda, Jake Fraley too fast, way above average speed. LSU threatening here in the bottom of the fifth inning.
Clayton Colvin and Jack Berggren are warming up in the bullpen for Cincinnati. Colvin is a right-hander. Berggren is a left-hander. We've seen him in the series. There's Colvin. Bo Jordan has walked and lined to right. So David Orndorff has trouble brewing. The infield is back. Bo Jordan says, if my brother can get hit, so can I. That one kind of rode up and in on him. That can be dangerous.
Yeah, because he got a first pitch breaking ball, and he's probably assuming he's going to get another one, so he kind of dove out over the plate a little bit, maybe looking for it. That fastball ran up and in, and that's tough. You can see Bo not too happy. He's one of those guys that wants to drive that run home. He wants to have an opportunity. If they would let him, he'd stay at home plate and continue to hit. He's not aggravated about being hit, as far as being mad about it. He wanted to stay there and drive that run home.
He gives way to Jordan Romero with runners at first and third.
Well, Romero was up in a similar situation last time. Needed to hit a sacrifice fly to get a run home. Was able to do it to center field. Same type of situation. Base hit would be a bonus, but his job is to get that run home.
He looks locked in at the plate, doesn't he, Jordan Romero? I mean, when he gets in that stance,
yeah,
it's solid looking.
Well, he's confident. You know, he came in on a Friday night in a pinch hitting role and laced a base hit up to tie the game with LSU for 2 outs in the ninth inning. That was a tough situation because he was the last out. I mean, if he didn't come through in that situation, LSU would have lost their first home opener in the Maneri era. Comes through with a big base hit, and then in the 12th inning, gets another 2-out base hit to win it. Walk-off for LSU.
He's not swinging a noodle up there.
Well, he's calm. You see him, he's not offering it pitches off the plate. Got a good understanding of the strike zone. And that's when it's fun for a hitter. When you get in the zone, you're seeing it really well. You're confident.
3 balls and a strike on Jordan Romero with Bryce Adams on deck. It's kind of a revelation for some of these young guys as they get out and play in front of huge crowds at LSU and see their first duty, see their first pressure-packed situation. And you just can't simulate it. You've got to do it.
That's right. You got to be in these situations. Like I said, all the intra-squad games and the batting practice and all that controlled scrimmages are great. But you never get the pressure, the feeling, the speed of the game until you actually get into it. Then you start to find out who can relax and do those kinds of things and who needs a little bit more time.
And we're going to have a pitching change here. Clayton Colvin has been summoned. Now, I beg your pardon, it's Jack Berggren. They're going to go ahead and bring the lefty in to face Bryce Adams. So with LSU leading 4-2, with the bases loaded and nobody out, we'll step aside for a moment and be right back on the SEC Network.
So as you can see, this trend is going to continue, and moving forward, we need to be aware of it. You're late. Again.
$11? No way.
You always want to know you're getting a great price. Now what? With Merrill Edge, count on flat rate pricing of $6.95 per online equity and ETF trade. That's lower standard pricing than some of our competitors.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Today, I'm thrilled to announce the biggest innovation in the history of sports. Anything that you can watch on ESPN, you can now stream live on the ESPN app. But that's not all. Actually, that's it. Live streaming right in the app.
This freshman, Jack Berggren, out of Chicago, is making his second appearance in the series. And he comes on with the bases loaded and nobody out.
Yeah, big, tall, 6'4", slender, 178 pounds, another freshman.
He threw 2/3 of an inning yesterday and struck out a batter.
Yeah. No, I really like. I mean, we've seen some good arms from Cincinnati. And again, it was a team that really struggled on the mound last year with a 6 ERA. But you can already tell they're going to pitch it much better this year than they did last year.
Adams has walked with the bases loaded and flied to right. He tattoos one, traveling. Pick her up and kiss that baby goodbye. It's a grand slam home run for Bryce Adams, and he set it over the left field bleachers. 4 runs on one swing.
What a kabomb that was. This is a big kid, Adams. Local kid, junior college transfer, and that was a bomb. And you're right, not just over the fence. How about over everything out in left field?
Jack Berggren serves up one pitch, and Bryce Adams delivers with a grand slam home run. What a moment for him. And Antoine Duplantis quickly goes the other way and grounds one through the left side, his first base hit of the day. And Cincinnati may have seen enough of Jack Berggren. Back to Bryce Adams for the moment. Out of Dunham High School and Delgado Community College, he has made an impact today with the bat. LSU leads by 6. Cincinnati brings another pitcher out of the bullpen. We'll be back with more from Baton Rouge.
Scott? Did you possibly switch chairs with me?
No, not me.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Good luck finding your chair, LeBron.
Okay. Okay.
This is shaving. A blade. Many blades. Sharp blades. Blades here, blades there, some more over there. Boom. That's not another blade. This is shielding with lubrication here and here. The new Gillette with Pro Shield lubrication before and after the blades. Shields from irritation for a close, comfortable shave. The new Pro Shield from Gillette. The best a man can get. And one Pro Shield refill gets you up to 1 month of shaves.
Well, there is Bryce Adams, who last year for Delgado Community College hit 7 home runs for a team that went to the Junior College World Series. His first home run as an LSU Tiger, cleans the bases with 3 aboard. What a moment for that young man. And that brings on Clayton Colvin now. Clayton Colvin making his debut. He's from Dublin, Ohio. Yet another one of those freshman pitchers for Cincinnati. They've got a boatload of them.
Yeah, we talked about the youth of the Cincinnati program, the youngest team in the country. Well, they're that way again this year, too. 14 sophomores, 12 freshmen. You know, that happens a lot of times, bring a new coach in. And, again, only the 3rd season for head coach Ty Neal of Cincinnati.
Well, let's go back last inning on this pitch to O'Neal Lockridge. He rips one into the left field bleachers, his first home run. And then an inning later, Bryce Adams crams one out of the ballpark over the left field bleachers with 3 aboard. So the last 6 runs for LSU have come on homers. Runner quickly breaking. The peg down is a little tardy this time. There wasn't anything Wallace could do. Duplantis swipes second base.
Yeah, what I like about this LSU lineup is production from the bottom, Lynn. I mean, a lot of times you see a lot of the homers and hits come from the top of a lineup. If you look at it, you know, Adams is hitting in the 6 hole, and then you get Lockridge down in the 8 hole with a home run.
Cole Freeman, his first pitch swinging and fouls it away. Your point is well made. Friday night, it was the bottom part of the order, especially with people coming off the bench, that propelled LSU to that come-from-behind win.
Well, we've seen, you know, in past history in the SEC especially, you got to have production from top to bottom. A lot of teams in the SEC and other, you know, pretty good at the top, 1 through 5 can swing it, but they get to the bottom and it's not much production, just outs down there. You know, and LSU was the kind of team last year, along with some of the better teams like Florida and Vanderbilt and Virginia, that could produce throughout the lineup, and those are the teams that you see end up making those deep postseason runs when you have constant production throughout the lineup.
Nobody out. O'Neal Lockridge batting with Duplantis at second base. Kentucky has defeated Dayton 15-2. Arkansas is hosting Central Michigan. They're tied at 3-3 in the bottom of the 6th. Florida leads Florida Gulf Coast 4-1 in the 5th in Gainesville. Wenzel over to first from third, and Duplantis alertly took off to third base with the throw going to the other corner. Georgia has a 4-run lead over Georgia Southern in the top of the 6th. Texas A&M is shutting out Hofstra 2-0 in the 7th. Alabama 2, Maryland 0. That's in Tuscaloosa in the bottom of the 4th. Seton Hall is beating Missouri in the top of the 6th inning 4-0. And Vanderbilt has scored 10 runs early against San Diego and leads 10-0 in the bottom of the 3rd. And Tennessee in Knoxville has a 4-2 lead over Memphis. And Albany has a 1-0 lead over South Carolina in the 4th inning. Well, Cole Freeman with the infield pursed toward the plate drives one up the middle. And he's got an RBI single. That run is charged to Berggren.
Yeah, Duplantis created that run by heads-up base running at second base. Ground ball to third base. He read the throw going across and has the ability, has the speed to get to third base. That, of course, put him over there with just one out. Cincinnati's infield had to push in, which made Freeman a much better hitter. He hit a base hit right through the middle.
A pitch out and a throw to first. But Freeman is back. Well, this is the most productive inning of the season for the Tigers. And LSU has scored in 3 consecutive frames.
Well, and I think that's what the LSU coaches and, of course, fans are hoping is this young lineup continues to get better every game, every at-bat. And that's what it's going to take. I mean, again, LSU just doesn't have the power, the firepower they had last year, but it's a talented bunch, but it's a bunch that needs at-bats. It needs experience. And just a little less than a month away, SEC plays opens up for LSU against Alabama, and that's when things are going to get ramped up even another notch or two.
Kramer Robertson gives this one a ride, and he takes the left fielder to the warning track, but it's hauled in there. R.J. Thompson retreated to the dirt to catch the line drive off the bat of Kramer Robertson.
Because if you look at big picture, nothing against Cincinnati pitching, but Cincinnati pitching is not what Ole Miss, Vanderbilt, Texas A&M, Mississippi State pitching is going to be, and so it's going to get much, much tougher. Because if you go down to Florida and look, A.J. Puck is their Saturday night guy. Well, guess what? He's projected to be the #1 pick in the country this year. And Logan Shore is their Friday night guy, and he's going to be mid-first round pick.
And both of those preseason were named to the All-SEC first team.
Oh, yeah, and preseason All-Americans as well. And so, point is, it's going to get tougher and tougher.
Here's Bryce Jordan as LSU is battered around. He's been hit by a pitch, flied to right, and fouled out.
Of course, Vanderbilt always has some big-time arms over there, and they do again, even though they lost 2 first-rounders and Walker Buehler and, of course, Carson Fulmer last year, but Vanderbilt just reloaded as well.
Ball 1 from Clayton Colvin. Jake Fraley tripled into the right field corner. Bo Jordan was hit by a pitch. Jordan Romero walked. And Bryce Adams delivered a long grand slam home run over the left field bleachers. Antoine Duplantis singled. Cole Freeman had an RBI single. Now there are 2 outs for Bryce Jordan with Freeman at first base. After LSU got 1 in the first on 4 consecutive 2-out walks, the Tigers came back with 1 in the third to tie the game. They took the lead with 2 in the fourth on the home run by Lockridge, and they have extended the lead with 5 in the fifth, the big blow being the grand slam home run by Bryce Adams. So that's where we are with LSU still batting in the 5th inning, leading 9-2. Runner breaking on the 2-1 pitch. The throw skips in to the bag, but not in time to get Cole Freeman. So Cole Freeman puts himself in scoring position.
Cole Freeman, one of the things that he can do, being a good defensive player, showing us he can play short, play third base, good drag bunter, good hit and run guy. Of course, has the speed to go with it. Of course, that's one of LSU's big weapons this year again, like it was last year, speed, the ability to steal bases.
Bryce Jordan flicks a curveball foul. 2 runs, 2 hits for Cincinnati. 9 runs, 7 hits for LSU. Bryce Jordan is fooled on a breaking pitch. So the Tigers finally are retired in the 5th. That was the first strikeout of the day by Cincinnati pitching. A big 5th inning for LSU, punctuated by a grand slam home run from Bryce Adams. 9-2, LSU.
So let us see it. Whoa. Wow.
It's regal.
Oh, man, that's gorgeous, man.
Congratulations.
Thanks, guys. I guess I should get back to work. All right. Tacky. Was that even real?
Too much.
What does he think?
Experts choose Goodyear. And everything we learn making these tires inspires what we roll into yours. Goodyear, more driven.
You're going to miss this guy when he's gone. Kobe Bryant has done it one more time. Turns back.
Black Mamba. That'll work.
Thrift store. Hashtag vintage. Hashtag thank you, old man.
Not again. I didn't know you guys were watching last night. Thank you guys. It means a lot. Thank you.
What are you talking about, Steph?
I had that 27-10 last night, and today, chicken curry. 54 points last week, and the next day, curry stew.
Yeah, but Steph, I don't think.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you. It means a lot. I lace them up every night for guys like you.
Who was that guy? I don't know. Seems like the chicken, though.
Welcome back to Alex Box Stadium, and welcome to Chris Blair, the new radio voice of the LSU Tigers, replacing the legendary Jim Hawthorne after 36 years. Jim, of course, still handling basketball, but last year gave up the booth after the baseball season. He did football, of course, and basketball. And Chris Blair, in his 3rd game as the new radio voice of the LSU Tigers, welcome to Baton Rouge, the Chris Blair family. And Doug Thompson working with him.
Dougie's over there. Talk about big shoes to fill, huh? 36 years for Hawthorne, is that right?
Doug Thompson, who pitched on a College World Series championship team, was a winning pitcher in Omaha. This is a towering fly ball hit deep to left field, carrying, and a home run for Devin Wenzel. Devin Wenzel, with a towering fly ball, deposited that one a couple of rows up into the left center field bleachers. It's the first home run of the season for the Bearcats.
Yeah, ball jumping pretty good at the box today. Looked like a changeup kind of left up in the zone a little bit by Valak. And we talked about going through the lineup once, going through the lineup again. Boy, you start to see that lineup for the 3rd time now. Got to make sure your stuff is on, staying down in the zone, and Valak elevated that ball just a little bit too much.
Well, that's the first base hit since the 1st inning off John Valak. We play in the 6th. Connor McVeigh has doubled in a run and reached on an error by the 3rd baseman. Russell Reynolds is warming up in the LSU bullpen, the right-hander. There's Reynolds. It's to be determined what kind of role he'll have this year. He's versatile. Bo Jordan calls off the shortstop Freeman. There's out number 1. McVeigh flies to left.
Yeah, Russell Reynolds had a few midweek starts last year, and of course had some big SEC, middle of the game type, setup type role out of the bullpen. Righty versus righty, matched him up in a couple situations. Very effective most of the year. Another local kid from Parkview Baptist is Russell Reynolds.
Ball 1 to Ryan Noda. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. He had a sacrifice fly in the 1st.
velocity for Valek still the same as it was in the first inning. Started off 85, 86, still sitting there.
Two balls and two strikes. Woody Wallace is on deck. Cincinnati has broken through on John Valek for the first time since the first inning on a home run by Devin Wenzel. Valek has not walked anybody. He's hit a batter, but he has certainly not hurt himself.
Well, that's what you expect out of him. I mean, that was his thing coming in. 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio for his career. Again, only 26 walks last year and right at 100 innings pitched. And Valek knows, I mean, for him to be successful, you know, because he doesn't have the blazing fastball, he knows he can't afford to give up free passes. He's got to try to miss the barrel of the bat.
Noda did not commit.
Here's a look at that check swing. Good call.
We'll do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Cincinnati will go to Athens, Georgia next weekend and play Western Kentucky, Georgia, and South Alabama. This is driven down the line in right, and it is a foul ball by a stride. Cincinnati will travel to Knoxville and play Tennessee on March 2nd, and then goes to Conway, South Carolina for matchups against Coastal Carolina, Ball State, and Ole Miss, and then goes to Lexington to play Kentucky on March 8th before returning home for the first time March 11th. And this one is hit even harder and foul again, but not by much. Ryan Noda flirted with a home run. It left the ballpark, but curled to the right of the foul pole.
Yeah, if you watch Ryan Noda in batting practice, he's got some pop from the left side. I think he hit 7 home runs last year for this club.
He did.
He's a guy you got to be very careful with for Cincinnati.
And Valek goes upstairs. Noda chased it. Strikeout number 7.
Valek just reared back through this fastball right by Noda. Watch him just a little bit tardy on that one. Good swing, just missed it.
This brings on Woody Wallace. Wallace wears the bottom of those pants about as low as you can get it. They're dragging the dirt.
Yes, they are.
There's room for a couple of cuffs on that thing.
Maybe he plans on growing this year. You never know.
Well, maybe so. Maybe so. This is high and deep. Back. Home run, Cincinnati, the second one in the inning. And Woody Wallace, who has hit the ball hard in this series, has something to show for it on that swing. And Paul Maneri is going to make a pitching change here. So David Wenzel opens the 6th with a home run. 2 outs later, Woody Wallace drives one into the left field bleachers. And John Valek's day is done. He pitched very well between the 1st and 6th innings. And he leaves with a 9-4 lead after giving up 2 solo home runs in the 6th inning. John Valek gets a nice round of applause from this partisan crowd. We'll be back in a moment. LSU with a 5-run lead. Russell Reynolds makes his first appearance in 2016. He had 3 starts last year. He had 6 decisions, all of them in the victory column. He worked 36 2/3 innings, an ERA of just under 3. 17 walks and 25 strikeouts for Russell Reynolds a year ago. John Valek went 5 2/3 innings. He allowed only 4 hits, 2 in the first and 2 home runs in the 6th. He didn't walk anybody. He struck out 7. The first 2 runs he allowed were unearned. So now it's Russell Reynolds. Reynolds is a junior. A 6'2", 194-pounder. Reynolds has had 7 decisions in his 2-year career at LSU, and they've all been victories. He's making his 28th appearance.
Well, Reynolds, a guy, fastball is going to be 89, maybe up to 92. Pretty much going to sit around 89, 90 miles an hour. Good two-seam sinking type fastball, breaking ball, and a changeup.
Reynolds will have a birthday in about 3 weeks. He'll be 21. Let's see, I'll need to do that math. He was born in 1994.
Don't ask me, I didn't graduate from school.
He'll be 22. Kramer Robertson gets up and makes the play. Well done at second base.
How about a play by Kramer Robertson? Everybody says pitching and defense is going to have to carry LSU this year, and Kramer Robertson diving backhand play off a ball that was hit really hard by Vince Augustine.
So Vince Augustine is robbed of a base hit by Kramer Robertson, but there were home runs in the inning by David Wenzel and Woody Wallace. And we move on. 9-4, LSU leads as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning.
Thank you very much.
The Oscars, the most unpredictable race.
And the Oscar goes to...
Hosted by Chris Rock.
This is nuts.
The Oscars, live Oscar Sunday, February 28th on ABC.
In the home of the brave.
All right, guys, have a great show.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land.
Melrose here?
Oh,
Yes.
patriot love, in all thy sons' command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true...
There's Tiger Stadium in the background, beyond Nicholson Drive, as we come your way from Alex Box Stadium, Skip Bertman Field. That will be the site of the LSU spring game on April 16th at 3 o'clock Central Time. But we start the baseball season this weekend. More than 10,300 paid to see this ball game today. And LSU with a 5-run lead as we play in the bottom of the 6th inning. Cole Murphy has gone in at first base for Cincinnati. He replaces Connor McVeigh. Jake Fraley has a count of 1-2. The junior outfielder has walked and scored, has an infield hit, and tripled and scored in the 5th. He got that productive 5th inning started when he tripled into the right field corner and later scored on the grand slam home run by Bryce Adams. We've had 4 home runs in this game. One by Lockridge, a 2-run shot, and then the 4-run swing by Adams, and a couple of solo homers in the 6th by David Wenzel and Woody Wallace for Cincinnati. That's right back over the pitcher's shoulder into center field. And Jake Fraley has 3 hits, and 5 of them on the season to lead LSU.
Yeah, always nice to get off to a good start. Jake Fraley a little bit out in front of this breaking ball, but goes down with it, kind of hits it off the end of the bat, but so strong. Able to muscle it up the middle. Always great to get off to a good start. You don't feel like you're swimming upstream all season long to try to catch up, because that's when you start really trying to press. When you start off good, like Fraley has, 5 hits, and you mentioned it, just relaxes you early in the year. When you start off 1 for 10, 0 for 10, and boy, it's tough. You start pressing, all of a sudden it can snowball on you.
Here's Bo Jordan. He has walked line to right and been hit by a pitch and scored. And he tattoos one. You can pucker up and kiss this one goodbye. Bo Jordan joins the home run parade. A 2-run blast. A rising line drive into the left field bleachers.
Well, Bo Jordan been sitting in that 4-hole now for 3 consecutive games.
It's the first career home run on this swing from Bo Jordan.
Got out a little out in front with the weight. It was an off-speed pitch, but you saw he kept the hands back, that nice compact swing. And boy, when he let it go, he put the barrel through the zone, barreled it up. LSU's 3rd homer and the 5th homer today combined.
So Dykeman, Lockridge, Adams, and Bo Jordan with home runs so far for LSU. This one is given a ride. Deep left center field, and it is gone. Pucker up and kiss that baby goodbye. Jordan Romero homers for the first time as an LSU Tiger. Back-to-back Alex Box Stadium bombs. Bo Jordan and Jordan Romero adding to the LSU lead.
My goodness, has Gorella ball back? It is for today, and this is deep. This is out towards right over the Coca-Cola way, deep left center field.
I told you he was not swinging a noodle. Well, Jordan Romero.
We talked about the confidence Romero got from Friday night. Now he's telling everybody how I did it. Good stuff. Some of the guys. And the cool thing about this, Romero hasn't been an everyday guy at the beginning of the year. Neither has Lockridge. And, of course, neither has Bryce Adams. And those are the guys that have the 3 home runs for LSU.
Well, there's pressure on Bryce Adams. He has walked with the bases loaded, flied to right, sent a grand slam home run deep into the left field bleachers last time. In fact, over the bleachers. Can the Tigers hit back-to-back-to-back home runs? It does not happen very often.
Happened to me one time, except I didn't hit him. I gave him up.
Was it 3 consecutive pitches?
No, it wasn't. I made sure of that.
Wenzel over to first base for the out, the first of the inning. By the way, Connor McVeigh, who was replaced at first base by Cole Murphy, moved over to second base. So it's Connor McVeigh at second and Cole Murphy at first on the right side of the Cincinnati infield. McVeigh replacing Kyle Motice at second base. And we are going to have a new pitcher, a left-hander, is going to come out of the bullpen to face Antoine Duplantis. This is Ryan Betcher. The first time we've seen this young man in the series. And he comes on with his team trailing by 8. We'll be back in a moment with more from Alex Box Stadium in day 3 of the season.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Scott? Mm-hmm. Did you possibly switch chairs with me?
No, not me.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Good luck finding your chair, LeBron.
Okay. Okay.
This is Ryan Betcher, a freshman out of Lakeville, Indiana, as he comes out of the bullpen to face Antoine Duplantis. LSU has scored in 4 consecutive innings, 1 in the 3rd, and 2 in the 4th, and 5 in the 5th, and 3 in the 6th, and the Tigers have hit 4 home runs today. 1 by Lockridge, 1 by Adams, 1 by Bo Jordan, and 1 by Romero. And the Tigers are going to put a pinch hitter at the plate, Brennan Bro. So Brennan Bro will bat for Antoine Duplantis. Two balls, no strikes to Bro. He is hit by a pitch. The outfielder, pitcher out of St. Thomas More High School, plunked on the 3rd pitch.
Another like a breaking ball just left inside by Betcher. Bro, part of that. Those 3 freshmen that came from the Lafayette area, of course. Lockridge, St. Thomas More High School, as is Brennan Bro. And Andrew Duplantis from Lafayette High School.
Well, O'Neal Lockridge comes to the plate. He's 1 for 3, but that one was a big one, a 2-run home run in the 4th. Fraley single to start the inning. Bo Jordan smashed one into the bleachers, a 2-run homer, and Jordan Romero hit one deep to left center field for another home run. With 1 out, Brennan Bro has been plunked, and now it's Lockridge with a count of 2 strikes. Cole Freeman is on deck. He'll be looking for his 3rd straight hit. LSU by 8. Ben, I'm wondering about Brennan Bro, the role he's going to play eventually at LSU. He's Certainly a capable hitter and outfielder. He also pitched 3 no-hitters at St. Thomas More High School. That's a school record. He's a very legitimate pitcher, or was in high school. And right now he's going to take second base is Brennan Breaux on a wild pitch that came up a dozen feet short of the plate.
Yeah, being left-handed hitter, left-handed thrower, you would think he would stay in the mix as a pitcher. But we know he can hit, has good speed, runs well in the outfield.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Lockridge with a slightly open stance. Waits for the delivery from Ryan Betcher. LSU has scored in every inning except the second. That's in the dirt again, and Breaux is on his way to third. Another wild pitch.
Well, Wallace been so good early in this series, blocking balls in big situations, having a rough time of it here this inning. Looks like change-ups from Betcher, kind of bouncing. As you mentioned, one of them probably made it, about 50 of the 60 feet, 6 inches.
If that. It hit the grass before it got to the plate.
That's hard to do. It really is.
Well, he's hit a batter and issued a couple of wild pitches. This is the debut of Ryan Betcher. The 3-2 pitch. Cranked to the left side, and the play is at the plate. In time, David Wenzel with a nice stab and delivery to Woody Wallace. Brennan Breaux is cut down 5-2.
Yeah, good play by the third baseman. Quickly sets his feet, throws a dart home to Wallace. Wallace blocks it up with the knee. No chance for Breaux to get home.
That's the second out of the inning. Lockridge is at first on the fielder's choice. Here's Cole Freeman. After grounding out to the shortstop, he has bunted his way aboard and also had an RBI single in the 5th. In the dirt again.
Another dirt ball.
After a while, catchers tend to get a little aggravated.
Yeah, you can see the look on Wallace's face when he threw it back to Betcher.
Two 2-0, 2 outs. With a runner at first and 3 more runs home for LSU. On a 2-run home run by Bo Jordan, and that was followed by a Jordan Romero home run. 3-0. We're in the LSU half of the 6th. A 4-pitch base on balls extends the inning. That is walk number 7 from the Cincinnati pitching staff. Valek and Reynolds have not walked anybody.
Yeah, the youth of this Cincinnati staff starting to show up a little bit. A lot of true freshmen getting their debut today for Cincinnati, having trouble throwing strikes, commanding the strike zone.
Here's Kramer Robertson. He's 0 for 3. He has hit the ball hard a couple of times, especially in the 5th when he lined out deep to left field. Robertson has 1 base hit in this series. 4 runs, 4 hits for the Bearcats, 12 runs and 10 hits for LSU. Ball 2. And the plate is the size of a postage stamp for Ryan Betcher. 16 pitches.
Not many strikes.
4 of them have been strikes.
That's not going to work.
There's a strike.
Yeah, he's got a good arm for a left-hander. You see that ball up to 88 miles an hour. Stuff is good, but if you can't throw strikes with it, it's no good.
Three balls and a strike.
And nothing more aggravating for a coach to sit, especially a pitching coach, sit over and watch his guys have to, constantly working behind in the count.
Bryce Jordan is on deck. And there's ball 4. And so for the second consecutive inning, LSU has sent at least 9 men to the plate. They batted around in the 5th and again in the 6th. So Lockridge is pushed to 3rd. Freeman is at 2nd. Robertson is at 1st. And Bryce Jordan is looking for his first base hit. He was plunked in the 3rd and scored on a sacrifice fly by Romero. That's hit sharply. And the play at second base, Wenzel to the new second baseman, Connor McVeigh. LSU bats around and gets more runs on a 2-run homer by Bo Jordan and a Jordan Romero home run. And LSU takes a 12-4 lead into the 7th inning on the SEC Network.
Oh, Scott? Did you possibly switch chairs with me?
No, not me.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Good luck finding your chair, LeBron.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. You're okay. He's okay. He made it.
Jason, what do you mean?
We were very bad boys.
Alexa, what's in the news?
Here's the news.
Alec Baldwin and Jason Schwartzman were seen mooning paparazzi. Baldwin grew a shoe at photographers before making a run for it.
My poor cashmere socks. Alexa, reorder another pair of Brescianis.
Reordering Bresciani socks.
Okay, listen. Can you send some lawyers or something?
Alec.
This is shaving. A blade. Many blades. Sharp blades. Blades here, blades there, some more over there. Whoa. That's not another blade. This is shielding. With lubrication here and here. The new Gillette with Pro Shield lubrication before and after the blades. Shields from irritation for a close, comfortable shave. The new Pro Shield from Gillette, the best a man can get. And one Pro Shield refill gets you up to 1 month of shaves.
12-4, LSU leads. Cincinnati will bat in the 7th inning on a gray day in Baton Rouge, but a warm spring day, not by the calendar, but certainly by the temperature, and ideal conditions for the most part have been enjoyed by more than 34,000 paid ticket holders in this opening weekend. Russell Reynolds will be pitching in his first complete inning of relief as LSU makes a couple of defensive changes. Brennan Breaux is in right field, and Brody Wofford has gone in to replace Bryce Jordan at first base. So it's Lockridge and Freeman on the left side of the diamond, Robertson and Wofford on the right side now. Bo Jordan, Jake Fraley, and Brennan Breaux in the outfield from left to right. Craig Habercorn has been hit by a pitch and struck out. This is only his third plate appearance. Off-speed pitch by Reynolds is a nice one for a strike. John Valek started. He had a bit of difficulty in the first inning, giving up a single and an RBI double and a sacrifice fly, but there was an error mixed in with that, which made both of the runs unearned. And then he was very good in the second, third, fourth, and fifth innings, not allowing a base hit over those 4 frames. But he gave up a couple of solo homers in the 6th. One to David Wenzel to lead it off, and then a 2-out home run by Woody Wallace. And that brought on Russell Reynolds. He got Augustine as Kramer Robertson turned in a heck of a play at second base. And now he gets Treg Haberkorn on the strikeout. So 8 strikeouts by LSU pitching today, Ben McDonald, and no walks. That will work.
Yeah. Much better. Again, Friday night for LSU uncharacteristically struck, or actually walked 7 last night. Much better. LSU even better today. Because you go back and look at LSU's numbers last year and last couple of years, always been about a 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio as a team, which is really good.
Manny Rodriguez twice has flied to Fraley in center field. LSU may use another pitcher or two just to give some folks an opportunity to get things started in the 2016 season. LSU's next game will be Wednesday at 6 o'clock Central Time against the Lamar Cardinals in Beaumont, Texas. Manny Rodriguez finally gets rewarded with a base hit.
Yeah, Manny stung it pretty well all series long. Didn't have many hits.
We're going to have a pinch hitter here now as A.J. Bumpus will bat for Thompson, but let's take another look at the Rodriguez knock into center.
I really like Rodriguez, especially defensively. Not a big kid, but big-time arm. We've seen that arm several times in this series.
So the rookie outfielder, A.J. Bumpus, who got a start yesterday and was a pinch hitter on Friday, gets a pinch hit role here in the 7th.
Yeah, finally got a hit yesterday after striking out a few times. Couldn't hit Alex Lang's breaking ball, but then again, not many people can.
Well, Bumpus has been fooled consistently by every breaking pitch he's faced in this weekend series. But he did get a fastball and turn on it in the game yesterday.
He can hit a fastball. That's the book on him. You leave it down the middle of the plate with him, he can turn a fastball around pretty quick. That's a good changeup by Russell Reynolds behind in the count right there. He's what you call a dead red fastball hitter. You know that kind of stuff going in. Doesn't mean you can't throw him a fastball, but just means you better locate it properly when you do. And of course, when you do get ahead of him, any type of off-speed stuff can finish him off.
That's when you introduce him to your uncle.
That's right, Uncle Charlie. So he's worked himself into a fastball count, so this is right up his alley.
3 balls and a strike.
And you can bet on this one, he'll be looking to get the head out, trying to turn a fastball around in this situation. Dangerous guy. Saw him take batting practice. Can really hit it a long way.
Reynolds brings that fastball down the middle. Bumpus took a cut at it.
Yeah, Bumpus not getting cheated.
LSU by 8. The Tigers trailed at 2-1 after 1. Since then, the offense has come to the forefront with 4 home runs, and Bumpus fouls this one out of play. Well, I told you earlier that LSU, Cincinnati, was known for its architectural school, its graphic design school, music and art. Also, traditionally have been very strong academic programs. I saved the best to last.
Even better than Benadryl?
Better than Benadryl and better than the NASA and FedEx logos being created by Cincinnati students.
Wow.
There's a called third strike. He got the fastball, but that location you talked about was perfect.
That's right. Look at this 3-2 count. This ball is just painted right on the inside corner. Not expecting it there was Bumpus. Just locked him up.
And
Good
now
pitch.
Cole Murphy is batting for the first time since being inserted into the game defensively. You know the movie and the music, How the Grinch Stole Christmas?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's back to the 60s.
I just grew up watching the cartoon, yeah.
Yeah, the Tony-winning composer wrote the score for that, a Cincinnati alumnus.
Wow. Is he responsible for the song, too? Like, you're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
I don't know what score means other than in baseball. I think that just means the music, not the lyrics.
Okay.
But you did that well. So the music, the score was written of
that's pretty cool.
Of How the Grinch Stole Christmas was written by a Cincinnati
alumnus. I still
alumnus.
like the Benadryl story better.
Do you?
Yeah.
I'm kind of partial to the NASA logo.
Well,
maybe on second thought, Benadryl works. The first
antihistamine. That's right. Ooh, changeup, good one. And that's one of Russell Reynolds' improvements right there. Always had the good fastball. Come out of high school, was a guy 88 to 90 drafted out of high school. Was Russell Reynolds, had a pretty good breaking ball, but really didn't have a changeup, and that's something him and Alan Dunn have worked on a bunch, and that's going to make a big difference for him to have another off-speed pitch besides that breaking ball.
Here comes the 2-2. Fastball, a late cut. And Cole Murphy goes down on strike. So Reynolds strikes out 3 in the inning. He did give up a base hit to Manny Rodriguez. And we go to the bottom of the 7th inning with LSU leading Cincinnati 12-4.
Not again. I didn't know you guys were watching last night. Thank you guys. It means a lot. Thank you. What are you talking about, stuff? I had that 27-10 last night, and today, chicken curry. 54 points last week, and the next day, curry stew.
Yeah, but stuff, I don't think.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Means a lot. I lace them up every night for guys like you.
Who was that guy? I don't know. Seems like the chicken, though.
Hey, Jesse.
Who are you?
I'm Vern, the Orange Money Retirement Rabbit from Voya.
Vern from Voya?
Yep, Vern from Voya.
Why are you orange? That's a little weird.
Really? That's the weird part in the scenario? Look, Orange Money represents the money you put away for retirement. Save a little here and there, and over time, your money could multiply. See?
Oh, okay.
So, why are you orange?
Funny.
See how Voya can help you get organized at Voya.com.
Well, Jake Fraley has had a nice day. 3 base hits. This one in the 3rd inning. He later tripled and singled. He's got the most base hits this year for LSU.
Yeah, tripled yesterday to get LSU's offense going. Another triple today. Here in the 6th inning, kind of gets out in front of a breaking ball, but strong enough to get it through the infield. 3 knocks for LSU today. See LSU 12 runs on 10 hits, 2 errors. 4 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for Cincinnati.
And Fraley, looking for a 4-hit day, will face a new pitcher. This is Doug Lowe. Another left-hander. They are not short of southpaws.
No, plenty of them.
Doug Lowe making his 2016 debut. And another tall pitcher. Ball 1 to Fraley. Ball 2 to Fraley. A.J. Bumpus has stayed in the game after pinch hitting. He's in right field now. There's a strike. Fraley lobs this one down the right field line, and the first baseman Cole Murphy's got it. Doug Lowe, a year ago, had 3 starts. His record was 0-1. His ERA was 3.95. He only worked 13 2/3 innings, 4 strikeouts, 5 walks. Bo Jordan collected his first career home run last inning, a 2-run blast into the left field bleachers.
Yeah, impressive. Short, compact stroke, a little bit out in front, but kept the hands back and threw the barrel at it at the last second. That ball jumped out of here.
Doug Lowe is a redshirt freshman from Ohio. He's listed at 6'2". He looks a little bit taller than that, perhaps. Bo Jordan got a little anxious when he saw that one at the neck level and was late on the cut. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Doug Norman is in the LSU bullpen. He may be the next LSU pitcher. And Bo Jordan rolls out unassisted to Murphy at first base. And this brings on Brody Wofford. Brody Wofford replacing Jordan Romero, who had a good day. He walked twice. He had a sacrifice fly. He had a home run. He scored twice. Wofford was important in that Friday victory coming off the bench.
Yep. A lot of freshmen contributed that Friday night, just like, different guys in the lineup again today. And the first baseman, Cole Murphy, handles all 3 balls here in the 7th. LSU, for the first, make it the second time today, goes in order. There was a 1-2-3 inning in the 2nd and not another one until the 7th. The 8th inning is straight ahead on the SEC Network.
In the home of the brave.
All right, guys, have a great show.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land.
Melrose here?
Oh,
Yes.
patriot love, in all thy sons' command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true.
Scott? Did you possibly switch chairs with me?
No, not me.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Good luck finding your chair, LeBron.
Okay.
12 runs, 10 hits for LSU. 4 runs, 5 hits for Cincinnati. A couple of those hits have been homers. And we've got a new battery now for the LSU Tigers. This is Doug Norman. He'll be throwing to Bryce Jordan. 3 starts for Norman a year ago. 5-1 record, though, and an ERA of 2.04, 35 innings. Only 6 walks, 25 strikeouts. He did not hurt himself with control last year.
Yep, he was one of the guys you could count on pretty much in any situation to put him in knowing he was going to throw strikes. 35 innings pitched, only 6 walks. That's outstanding. And Bryce Jordan jumps behind the dish for LSU. Get the feeling these Jordan twins can pretty much play any position on the field. Maybe except pitch. And they could probably do that.
Doug Norman, a 6'3" sophomore out of Fort Mill, South Carolina. Robert Douglas Norman. He had 21 appearances last year. 18 of them out of the bullpen. He got a relief victory in the SEC tournament against Auburn last May, allowing an unearned run in a couple of innings as LSU won another SEC tournament championship. Norman also made a couple of appearances in the College World Series last June. In fact, he pitched against TCU twice and had a couple of scoreless innings cumulatively in those short relief outings. He hadn't found the plate yet, and he misses on his first 4 to David Wenzel. Well, Wenzel on for the 3rd time, the first one by an error, and he homered in the 6th, and now he walks here in the 8th, and that is the first base on balls from LSU pitchers today after 10 strikeouts.
Yeah, 10 strikeouts, no walks, and a guy that doesn't normally walk anybody. That's normally how it works.
By the way, Ben, I know you'll be happy to hear that I am done with the Cincinnati trivia.
That's it?
Well, Benadryl, NASA,
stuff,
FedEx, and how the Grinch stole Christmas. That's a wide variety.
That's really pretty good stuff, yeah. You pretty much covered it.
If you've just joined us and are curious about that, go to the website and you can archive the broadcast because we're not going over it again. Connor McVeigh doubled in a run in the first. Since then, he has reached on an error and flied to left, and this one is playable by Brennan Breaux in right field. There's the first out. Lockridge and Freeman on the left side of the diamond. Robertson and Wofford on the right side. Bryce Jordan now catching. Bo Jordan in left, Fraley and Breaux the other outfielders. Over the last 2 games, Cincinnati has only 9 hits. 4 yesterday, 5 today. To second for 1, to first for 2. Ryan Noda bounces into a 4-6-3 double play. And we quickly scoot through the top of the 8th inning. This one is started by Robertson, continued by Freeman, and ended by Wofford. And off we go to the bottom of the 8th with LSU leading by 8.
The future belongs to the fast, and to help you accelerate, we've created a new company. One totally focused on what's next for your business. Accelerating innovation. Accelerating next. Hewlett-Packard Enterprise.
To introduce the new Infiniti QX50, we could have shown it on a winding mountain pass, or somewhere even more cliche, like a downtown street. But what distinguishes the Infiniti QX50 isn't where you can take it, it's how you feel taking it there. With generous cargo space, extended second row legroom, and coupe-like handling. The new QX50 from Infiniti.
We are about 2 hours and 45 minutes into this game. LSU trailed early, but since then has produced a lot of runs and 4 homers. And the lead is 8 for the Tigers as they look to sweep Cincinnati in the opening weekend of the college baseball season. Joey Thomas is the new catcher for Cincinnati. Ryan Noda has moved to left field from right field with Bumpus out in right. So it's R.J. Thompson, the left fielder, who left the game. And this is Chris Reed at the plate for LSU. A freshman from Baton Rouge.
Yeah, Chris Reed from St. Michael High School.
3-1 pitch swung on and shot down to the first baseman. That's 4 unassisted putouts in a row for the first baseman.
How about that?
So as soon as Cole Murphy went into first base, LSU started testing him. But he's been equal to the challenge as Chris Reed rolls out to first base. Now it's Brennan Breaux batting for the second time. He was hit by a pitch back in the 6th inning. 2-0 from the lefty Doug Lowe. Five in a row to the first baseman.
Got to be approaching a record, Lynn.
Absolutely. Four ground balls consecutively to the first baseman after a foul out. Well, Trent Forshag is going to bat here for O'Neill Lockridge. Lockridge will leave the game and have his first LSU home run to his credit. A 2-run shot in the 4th. He's 1 for 4. One ball, one strike to Forshag. Forshag out of New Orleans. He played at Jesuit High School. He's a freshman. Jesuit won the Catholic League Championship last year. Forshag was a career .350 hitter for Jesuit High School. And now we'll see Troy Dawson as Forshag draws the base on balls with 2 outs. So Trey Dawson gets an at bat here. He's out of Hurricane, West Virginia, a 32nd round draft pick by Detroit last year. Dawson came in as a shortstop. Two and one. You know, when you go back and look, Ben McDonald, at the shortstop position over the last, say a couple of decades, I mean, and I'm just doing this off at the top of my head, you got Alex Bregman, Austin Nola, DJ LeMahieu started his career at shortstop, an all-star last year in the major leagues, Ryan Theriot, of course, Aaron Hill, Jason Williams, Russ Johnson before that.
Right.
I mean, that's a litany.
No. You talk about all big league shortstops or potentially big league shortstops. And if you're strong up the middle, you know, defensively, catcher, center fielder, and shortstop, you normally got a pretty good defensively team. LSU's been able to do that for the longest time.
LSU by 8 as we go to the 9th.
We have over 15,000 activities that you can book on our app to make sure your little animal enjoys her first trip to the kingdom. Expedia, technology connecting you to what matters.
In the home of the brave.
All right, guys, have a great show.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land.
Melrose here?
Yes. Patriot love, in all thy sons' command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true.
So as you can see, this trend is going to continue, and moving forward, we need to be aware of it. You're late. Again.
This is shaving. A blade. Many blades. Sharp blades. Blades here, blades there, some over there. Oh, that's not another blade. This is shielding with lubrication here and here. The new Gillette with Pro Shield lubrication before and after the blades. Shields from irritation for a close, comfortable shave. The new Pro Shield from Gillette. The best a man can get. And one Pro Shield refill gets you up to 1 month of shaves.
We go to the 9th inning as LSU looks to win for the 3rd consecutive time against Cincinnati. Before the game, Connor Hale came back to say hello, and so did Mark Laird. And LSU has 4 home runs in this game and has a 12-4 lead in the 9th. This is Cole McKay. I know it looks like McKay, but it's pronounced McKay. From Spring Branch, Texas, a freshman. Big guy, 6'5", 228 pounds, and he's pitching for the first time in a purple and gold uniform.
Just a chap. How about that? 6'5", true freshman, hometown, Spring Branch, Texas. One of the recruits LSU's really high on the mound. Fastball's going to be in the upper 80s, touching low 90s, breaking ball, changeup. Certainly a guy LSU will look to in the future to get in that rotation, possibly next year.
And this will be Joey Thomas coming to the plate for the first time. He came in to replace Woody Wallace behind the plate earlier. He's batting for the first time against Cole McKay. LSU also has a new left side of the infield. There's a pretty good fastball strike to open his career at LSU. Cole McKay on the mound for the Tigers. Chris Reed is the new third baseman. Trey Dawson is the new shortstop, replacing Lockridge and Freeman respectively. The 1-1 from Mackay. Smacked right back up the middle for a base hit. Now Joey Thomas in his first at bat today gets aboard.
Pretty good piece of hitting that ball down 88 miles an hour, but down in the strike zone. Probably caught too much of the plate as far as middle of the plate goes, but still a pretty good pitch by Mackay.
Mackay was drafted by Detroit in the 30th round a year ago. There's a strike.
Yeah.
Did that have a little hook on it at the
That had
end?
a big hook on it, yeah. A little breaking ball. So we've seen Mackay 88 to 91 with the fastball so far. Overhand breaking ball. Does have a changeup as well.
Mackay, in 63 1/3 innings in his senior season in high school, struck out 110 with a 0.56 ERA. He was 9-1 for Smithson Valley High School in Spring Branch, Texas. This big guy was named the 2014 Baseball America High School Pitcher of the Year. That was after his junior season. He was 8-0. A 1-1 pitch. Rips the outside edge at the knees.
Yeah, good stuff. I like the way he's staying down in the strike zone.
This is the fun part of the season when you get to see new players for the first time in their debut and kind of project on what might be forthcoming. Augustine, after falling behind, cranks one into left field. That's his first base hit.
Yeah, this is that breaking ball, and this ball's left up. Everything's been down for Mackay, but leaves this breaking ball kind of middle the plate about thigh high. And Augustine finds a hole in between short and third.
Treg Habercorn is looking for his first base hit. He has been hit by a pitch and struck out a couple of times. Two on, nobody out. Mackay working from the stretch. Good fastball for a strike at 91. That's chopped to the first baseman, and Brody Wofford makes the first out. So 3 unassisted on the putout. The runners move up at second and third now with 1 gone, and here's Manny Rodriguez. Paul Maneri and Alan Dunn would love for Cole Mackay to go ahead and work all the way out of this inning.
Oh, yeah.
Whether he gives up a run or not, they would like to see him pitch to a couple of more batters at least, and just see what the moxie is like here in the ninth with runners in scoring position.
Yeah, especially in this situation. You're right, only 1 out, runners at second and third. See if he can elevate his game. Rodriguez, we know, is a first ball, fastball hacker. Hadn't seen him take a strike all series long.
That one was outside of the strike zone. The infield is back with an 8-run lead. LSU working from the control room right now. There's a bender for a strike.
Big overhand breaking ball. Good to see. 1-0 count. Didn't give in. Didn't throw a fastball, hit her a fastball, and the fastball count was able to get that breaking ball over. That's going to be big. Anytime you can pitch backwards good. Can't do it all the time, but
You can see, though, even in these scant few batters that Mackay has faced, you can see why LSU recruited him. He's a big body.
Oh, yeah.
Throws hard. Had a fine high school career. And is a guy that could very well develop in a variety of ways.
And that's what you hope. You hope you get those kids that are drafted really late that you know going to come to school. You hope you can develop them. You know, get them to be better players, and hopefully they'll go way up in the draft. That's the way it used to be. I mean, you still got to sign the kids you know that's going to be first round and second round picks out of high school because you never know. I mean, they could end up coming, but these are the kind of kids you know not going to sign in the 33rd round, you know, in the 30th round, 25th round, just not going to sign out of high school. You get them into your program, you get them the system, get them on a weight program, get them stronger. And you hope you can develop them over the course of 3 years, and you hope they go up in the draft.
The 2-2. Just off the plate, wide. I'm not going to get into it today, Ben, but when we're here next weekend against Sacramento State, there were some really interesting numbers provided by the ESPN and SEC Network research staff on SEC players drafted and the percentage of players who are in the major leagues now,
right,
who went from high school, and the percentage who went to college and then on to the major leagues. Some interesting numbers. That might be better than Benadryl.
Probably be more exciting.
Well, Paul Maneri is going to make a pitching change. Hunter Duvall is coming out of the bullpen. And this is not so much because Cole Mackay has failed here in the ninth, but certainly an opportunity to get in Hunter Duvall for the first time in 2016.
That's right.
So Cole Mackay comes on and pitches to 4 batters. And we move on with another pitching change. 12-4, LSU by 8, trying to close out Cincinnati.
So as you can see, this trend is going to continue, and moving forward, we need to be aware of it. Late. Again.
Try the grilled nuggets and new superfood side. Only at Chick-fil-A.
Hunter Duvall had one start a year ago. His record was 2-0, an ERA of 4, 15 2/3 innings, walked 5, struck out 15. Very much a situational left-handed pitcher a year ago.
Yep, that'll be his role again this year. He's a senior from Clinton, Louisiana, went to Centerville Academy there in Mississippi. This is the kind of stuff he'll face this year. This is a tough situation, though. This is bases loaded, only 1 out.
Well, Duvall is another one of those guys who has never tasted defeat in an LSU uniform. He's a senior, as you said. He's 6-0, 3-0 as a freshman, and then 1 win and 2 wins in subsequent years. 6-0 with 52 appearances, only 2 starts, no saves, only 53 innings, so he's been very much a short relief guy.
Yeah, it's real similar to Russell Reynolds, undefeated as well.
He's only given up 44 hits in his career, and he's only walked 18 in his career while striking out 46.
Well, he's in a tough situation. He'd love to get a strikeout here or maybe a ground ball double play.
It's A.J. Bumpus batting for the second time in the game, a strike. Bumpus struck out back in the 7th. And that would have been Russell Reynolds fanning him. It's been Valek making his first LSU start. And Reynolds, that's right back to the box. Gloved by Duvall to the plate for the out. That almost undressed him, but he was able to make the reaction And with a charming play, turns it into an out.
That was a heck of a play. I mean, that ball hit hard right back at him. When he went to the ground, no doubt they weren't going to turn too, but was able to pick it up. And
that's one of those yikes balls.
Get the lead runner.
So 2 outs now, and here's Cole Murphy for the second time. He struck out in the 7th after entering the game.
Good
breaking ball for a strike. That one a plate splitter.
You see Murphy 6'6", 217-pound, yet another freshman.
And a sizable target. He turned on that one. That's going to leave the yard, but well foul.
Yeah, Murphy, one of those guys, if you talk to the coaching staff, who says they really like him. They think he projects out in a couple of years to be a big-time prospect. You can tell he can sit on the fastball and turn. They got to believe he's going to get something off the plate, probably a breaking ball, maybe down in the dirt or off the plate.
Here's the 0-2 pitch, bases loaded. LSU trying to close it out. That's off the plate and low.
It's a good pitch.
One more bit of trivia today, and I think I heard this right today on the SEC Network. Frank Thomas, former great player at Auburn, went on and had a marvelous Major League season in the Baseball Hall of Fame, the first from the SEC in the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Really?
If I heard it right. Pulled third strike on a big bender. And Hunter DeVol comes out of the bullpen and gets it done.
Big sweeper, set him up, got it just painted the outside corner, was ahead 1 ball and 2 strikes, knew he didn't have to throw a strike, threw it right off the outside corner and got the call. That's a big confidence builder for Hunter DeVol right there. Comes in, bases loaded situation, just 1 out and just stuffs Cincinnati.
12-4 is the final. LSU wins Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to open the season. 34,000 tickets and then some were sold for this opening weekend. We'll be back to